So, I don't quite get why Konami seems to have the trend of whenever they give us a ritual monster for a specific theme or archetype of, just support, they make it ridiculously and absurdly broken. I mean, this card is absolutely insane, and I don't quite understand why they even had to do this to us. What's up, guys? Phoenix here. This video is going to be a card review / discussion type video on the new Draco Overlord card that was just spoiled today for release in Shining Victories. Now, it is a ritual monster, which is the obvious natural progression to the Dracoslayer, Draco Overlord theme, because we have Ignister, we got Magister, we're getting Dinoster, and then this is the ritual that comes in line with that theme of getting Synchro Xyz Fusion and then a ritual support. And this ritual is linked to the Amorphage archetype, which, those of you that don't know, Amorphage is an entire archetype of cards that is meant specifically to not allow your opponent to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Through the usage of floodgates. The floodgates in question being the pendulum effects of the Amorphage monsters. Some are macro, some have other niche effects like your opponent can't form chains, or you and your opponent can't put cards on chain links. And then the monsters, say if they are pendulum summoned, your opponent can't summon anything from the extra deck, except Amorphage monsters. Like, that's ridiculous. But this ritual monster, by God, I hope this ritual spell isn't good or is remotely, just not good to play, because if the ritual spell is even decently playable, we're going to be dealing with this card, and this card is Amorphactor Psycho, the Void Draco Overlord. This card is a level 8 Earth Dragon type ritual effect monster, and it's got 2950 attack and 2500 defense. And it's got 3 effects, and all 3 of them are insane. All 3 of them are ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't understand why Konami feels the need to print these cards at this point in the game. It's like, you think that things are going in the right direction, and then they just do this again. I mean, I understand that's how power creep has to work, but I mean, they don't have to do it to this extent. Like, they could just one-up themselves a little bit, not just throw us straight into fucking outer space. This card's effects. The first one, well, you can only ritual summon this card with some ritual spell that's called Amorphous P. Whoever translated the text for Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization cannot read the current name of the name of the ritual spell yet, but hopefully we have that card spoiled in the next day or so that we can know whether or not this will be a threat or not come Shining Victories metagame. But number 1 effect, if this card is ritual summoned, your opponent skips their next main phase 1. Okay, so draw phase, standby phase, immediately in battle phase. You immediately have less of a chance to out this card. You have to out this card in main phase 2, if anything. Wow. So basically your opponent skips their next turn because main phase 1 is where everything is going to be happening. If you do things in main phase 2, you know, if you've ever had to make extensive plays in main phase 2, that it's basically like your turn's already over anyway. Main phase 1 is where you would like to be making those plays, because you can make those plays, then have a battle phase, and actually try to progress your game state forward. But you can't do that in main phase 2 nearly as effectively as you could have done in main phase 1. And that's ridiculous. But that's not even how bad this card gets. Its second effect, while it's on the field, the effects of all face-up fusion, synchro, and Xyz monsters are negated. You thought Necros of Unicorn was bad, just negating everything from the extra deck? No, this negates fusion, synchro, and Xyz monsters, skips your opponent's next turn, basically, and is also just fucking massive. This thing has 2950 attack. This thing is 50 short of 3k. That's huge. Unicorn was at least 2300. You could try to run it over with something. And you would have a turn to be able to do that because it didn't skip your main phase 1. What? But its third effect, if this card is sent from field to the graveyard, you can add 1 Draco Ruler monster from your deck to your hand, except Amorphactor Psycho, the False Draco Overlord, or Void Draco Overlord, based off how they translated it into the actual name. Now, Draco Ruler, I can't remember if the OCG name for Draco Rulers is Draco Overlords. I can't remember if that's Draco Overlords. I think it is, because they wouldn't specifically mention Amorphactor Psycho in that. So you can't search Luster or Master Pendulum, but you can search Vector Pendulum. You can't search this guy, but I think there's another Draco Overlord that's a smaller monster that we get in Shining Victories as well. It was spoiled on this page as well, but I just scrolled right past it because it's not this card. This card is ridiculous. Any fusion, synchro, and Xyz monsters are negated. And it doesn't even matter if they're from the extra deck or not. If they were brought back from graveyard, their effects negated. It doesn't even negate monster effects from the extra deck like Unicorn did. It just negates the type of monster that comes from the extra deck's effects. Wow. I don't understand. Why is Konami doing this? Like, this card is ridiculous in every stretch of the word. The only thing that kind of makes this card okay is the fact that it's a ritual monster, and we're not dealing with like Necro's levels of synergy. But if the ritual spell is remotely playable in any way, like if it's searchable through cards, anything like that, then this card is going to be a problem in the metagame. It's going to be, like, awful. It's going to be terrible having to deal with this. Like, this game is getting out of hand. This game is ridiculous. But it's, at the same time, it's that insane shit that happens in this game, which is one of the reasons why I've stayed in the game for the length of time that I have. All the other games that I've played, they're boring as shit. But, like, this happens, and I'm like, I'm scared, but I'm also excited. Ooh. But, yeah, I just don't know why Konami continues to feel like they have a need to do this. I don't quite get it. But, I mean, hey, whatever floats their boat, but floating their boat might also end their game's history. Who knows? Like I'm saying, I'm going to wait until the ritual spell is spoiled, and until then, I'm just going to be afraid of the ritual spell being amazing. Like, you know Konami doesn't just print ritual spells now. All their ritual spells have some sort of other effect to them that makes them amazing. Like, that's a trend that you could see if you were blind. So, I don't know. I'm going to wait for the ritual spell to be spoiled, and I'm going to hope that it's not as good as I'm expecting it to be. Because if it's as good as I'm expecting it to be, this card is going to define the metagame once Shining Victories is out, if we've dealt with Pepe by that point in time. Like, I'm not looking forward to this one. But anyway, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the nonsense you usually do. Let me know what you guys think about this card in the comments down below. If you like it, you hate it, whatever. All that nonsense. Links are in the description to my Facebook pages if you want to check those out, connect with me, chat with me, whatever. Those are there for you to use. Clicking that if you have not, I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps make money, and there's no reason to lie to you guys about that. If you have an ad block enabled, please do me a favor and disable it and click an ad, then put it back on when you're done. It just helps show your support of the things that I'm doing, the content I'm producing, and it helps me out more than you could ever know, and I'd be greatly appreciative to you if that is something you could take the time out of your day to do to help support me at the current situation I am in life. But other than that, that is all for this video. As I've already said, let me know what you guys think about this card in the comments down below. I'm interested to hear what discussion points you might bring up about it. But, I mean, I hope this ritual spell that summons this card isn't broken, and I hope there's no other way to summon it. But other than that, that's it, as I've already said for this video, and as always, guys, take care. Jesus Christ.